He is one of the people. If he would have had his right person in his ear and took the right routes, he's one and got out of the area. He's one you may see like on some Ring of Honor and stuff now because he just got lazy. And when he first came on the scene, man, he was doing all kinds of good shit that they like at Ring of Honor.
Right.
Plus, he was using psychology and a lot of good chambers. I met him in North Carolina.
Immature.
One of those high spot shows.
Oh, wow.
Videotapings. I met him there, and I went up to him and just asked him who taught him his chambers. I was just watching his match, and he's like, I won't say it because I'm not going to freaking give that guy the credit, but the person who's supposed to be training him, who's the last person to ever come from here and go anywhere, and it's just a referee that's ever on TV. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So, but he was the one that kind of got him in, and backyard trained him whenever he was only about a year in, and Mikey really had the potential to do something, but it just was a downhill slide.
Okay.
Yeah, you're too immature.
Anything else you'd like to add, Mr. Pringle?
I'll pass.
Okay. Wanted to give you the opportunity.
He's a good boy. I like him. He's a good boy.
Yeah,
he's just got a lot to learn.
Right.
Yeah, don't get it wrong. I like him. You know, we hang out. We've hung out before and everything.
Yeah.
But as far as business wise, he has a shitload of talent, but he's just too immature. He just doesn't understand, you know, that just a little bit of talent, you know, when you're still the tallest turd on a pile of shit, you're still standing on a pile of shit. You know?
I tried to help him.
Big fish in a little pond.
I told
Right.
him.
Yeah, you know.
I talked to him some when he's at the ICW thing or whatever,
Right.
and tried to help him through a few things at him that I thought might help him, you know, and but he didn't. He wanted to do it his way. So
Sure.
Learn that he cannot hang with me drinking.
Oh. Who can?
Exactly.
Next name, Al Savage.
I got a lot of respect for him. He broke me in and stuff. He taught me a lot mentally, but also is a lot of bad examples and things that I picked up from him that I didn't learn were bad examples until down the road. But as far as a great worker, I like him as a person, but he's really got a shell around him, and it's kind of hard to crack that shell. And beneath that shell, I'm sure is something that could have been great, but he just really, I mean, that's about all I can say about him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
He, most people don't know, but I'm the one got him in wrestling.
Really?
Yes. And my daddy was sick he was in the Providence Hospital, and Al was a security guard out there. And I went out to the hospital to see my daddy, and he had knew me from TV and I guess local stuff around here. And he stopped and talked to me and asked me, and he was bugging me, wanting me to train him, or did I know of a school? And of course I knew of Adrian Street in Pensacola. Had a school at the time, around, that was about the only school around here at that time. And I told him that I'd bring him the number the next day and what he needed to do, because I didn't train people and didn't want to fool with nobody. The only one I really ever helped was Holly, and I didn't want to fool with him, but he did do it, and it turned out to be a great thing for him. And anyway, but I gave the number to Al, and he went and started school with Adrian Street, and that was his trainer, of course. He trained Ethan too.
Yeah, I spent lots of time after Canada, and spent lots of time over there running Adrian's school, and I would teach his students. And the only thing I wanted for pay was one day a week, me and him just work out, and just so I could work with Adrian.
Right.
Yeah,
just like freestyle change
knowledge.
Which ended up being in some movie that never made it to TV too.
Yeah.
This one is going to. This is a can of worms. Mickey, Johnny Angel, Godwin.
Remember what I was saying earlier about people who got, like Tom Carter, but who just got a little money in their pocket? He's a good-hearted guy, but he just ain't got a fucking clue. I mean, I'll tell him the same exact thing. I mean, he uses a low budget. To be honest with you, he kind of could have potentially caused heat between a lot of people. A lot of people who we're in the same locker room tonight by positions that they have the company without trying anybody else to name it to. I mean, Jerry was booker there. My reputation's not been great with many places. I come in because a lot of times I end up being booker and stuff at shows, and that's, you always gonna get shit on when you book somewhere.
Right.
But Jerry come in, then there was an issue. Then I was there. Then Bobby was there. I mean, his ignorance and poor running shows just about could have caused some real problems with people. And it's a good thing that he's drawn 5 people, which I think 4 related to him, and one of them's their friends. And I don't even know if they're even renting a building when they're running shows. Are they even still in business?
I think they had a show tonight.
They postponed it.
Oh,
There was a wedding at the Armory.
Go figure.
Well, there you go. Well, there's a
No,
Fuck.
next
Good
month.
question.
Hit him.
no
He
fucking
knew in his vows.
an individual that has no fucking business running a show, and he's a weird ass fucking pervert.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah,
There's
it's fucking, oh bullshit, this motherfucker's walking in the damn locker room over there, and his stepdaughter that he might as well be pimping out to the fucking boys out there walks by, and he's like, yeah, I'd hit that. Like,
That is a shoot, ladies and gentlemen.
oh, you sick fucking pervert. Fuck you.
Yeah, and y'all thought I had him.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
no, Rocket will be fine tonight.
That
We need
might,
to worry about that son of a bitch Canadian kid.
That
Oh
might
my
be an
god, I
and-
ruined my chances with what's your promotion's name again?
You'll never work in Brute again, son.
Yeah.
Oh, is that where it's at?
Yeah. We'll
I
transition
got 2
into
rats out of Brute. That was very good.
Nick Vortex / Virtue.
I love her. I really love the Nick Virtue gimmick.
He's pretty.
He's pretty.
Which he's another one as far as, I guess, it goes back to Maze, Cruz, Jerry, and Vortex, and even Iceberg, to bring up an old name.
What? Who's that?
It's basically, Pensacola students meet Mobile students,
Yeah.
which would have pretty much summed it up all along. I mean, I think that whether they knew it then or now, or whether we knew it then or a little bit later, we were all in the same place.
It's kind of Bizarro World.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
you guys
with
and
with two rival guys,
Yeah.
Al and Bobby, they had to eat with each other, and we had to go into their territory and ask for work. You know, me and Roman McCain, and we were like, what are we gonna do now? And we got over there, and then we
Roman.
and I think that's how we kind of clicked off with them, because we were all in our early stages, worked a lot of shows together. So I mean, I really like the new Nick Virtue gimmick. It adds a lot of freshness to his character, and he's very good at that particular gimmick. So I mean, I like Nick Virtue, his character. You know, compared to Nick Vortex's. Vortex's was a wrestler, very similar to Maze and Cruz. No offense about the Maze fragment there.
that's our one maze
Short
we're
and
for
bald.
the right.
But,
Short and bald.
and most of the shows I've ended up on where we've been together, just like him, I've not worked him a whole bunch other than IWC. Tuesday I end up seeing any variety of those two working each other, like they would always see me and Jester, me and Ryan, or me and Rocky working each other. You know, it's kind of like that's how we know each other, from seeing them paired off, not so much from working together that much.
Right.
In fact, it'd be interesting nowadays just to see what it'd be like now that 5 years later, probably
Sure.
hasn't worked either one of them for more than, other than that shitty match they did us at the Samoans, man. I'm sorry about that, but it couldn't do with the Gator head. And they had me in Fargo
Wait.
job him out, yeah. And they made you be his partner, and we felt so bad.
You know what? I'd block it out. I don't know what you're
I have-
talking
He
about.
doesn't remember.
I
Too many
think I even
drugs.
came and apologized to you for you having to be that guy's partner after seeing us go out there and just do the squash job. And as soon as that guy messed up the hip toss, we beat him down, and fortunately you didn't have to come in. I mean,
I have known Vortex like forever and a day, and we have like some kind of weird plague where no booker will ever put us in a match against each other.
Never once.
Never
You were in a
once.
three-way
Never
once.
once. Yeah, 3-way was as close as we got, and you know we didn't actually get to touch each other the way we wanted to. You know? It's not one-on-one contact.
It's not as intimate that way.
Yeah, exactly. You know, there was somebody else in the mix, and
Ring
it
a
just
bell.
made it feel dirty. You know.
who made out this damn list anyway?
Yeah, and
Well,
so
he's
we
here.
have this open plague.
What
So,
you
I,
just
so
asked?
I openly challenge
Uh-oh.
big virtue right now.
See, that's why they shoot interviews.
Stop avoiding me.
This is how matches get feuds get
Shit,
started.
You know exactly. This is my open call out. to
Booking
say,
101,
After
kids.
all these years, it's time to end the avoidance.
Right.
I thought you had never noticed, and
You've been on the radar.
which is
Right.
weird because we worked on the same
Who
show
knew next?
every week for
You
2
just gotta-
years.